I was going to get the dinger. In a very unusual way, one time I needed you. In a very unusual way, you were my friend. Maybe it lasted a day, maybe it lasted an hour, but somehow it will never end. In a very unusual way, I think I'm in love with you. In a very unusual way, I want to cry. Something inside me goes weak. Something inside me surrenders. And you're the reason why. You're the reason why. You don't know what you do to me. You don't have a clue. You can't tell what it's like to be me looking at you. It scares me so that I can hardly speak. In a very unusual way, are you what I am to you? Though at times it appears I won't stay, I never go. Special to me in my life, since the first day that I met you. How could I ever forget you once you had touched my soul? In a very unusual way, you've made me whole. You're so nice. So I am very grateful to Alfred Frenning, my pianist. We have been working on this music for 1.5 years, 9 months of which I was croaking along with laryngitis. So I'm really excited for us to be able to share this music with you. It's been great fun. I keep changing the order of things. I think we're going to have the same music up at the same time, but I will leave room for doubt. So that first song was from the musical Nine. I don't know the context of the show, and sometimes you just don't need to. Sometimes you just fall in love, and just that one song is all you need. This next piece is a Benjamin Britten, a really minimalist setting of an English poem, The Trees They Grow So High. The trees, they grow so high, and the leaves, they do grow green. And many cold winter's night, my love and I have seen. Of a cold winter's night, my love, you and I alone have been. Whilst my bonny boy is young, he's a-growing, growing, whilst my bonny boy is young, he's a-growing. Oh, Father, dearest Father, you've done to me great wrong. You've tied me to a boy when you know he is too young. Oh, daughter, dearest daughter, if you wait a little while, a lady you shall be while he's growing, a lady you shall be while he's growing. I'll send your love to college, all for a year or two, and then in the meantime he will do for you. I'll buy him white ribbons, tie them round his bonny waist, to let the ladies know that he's married. Married, to let the ladies know that he's married. I went up to the college and I looked over the wall, saw 24 gentlemen playing at bat and ball. I called to my true love, but they would not let him come, all because he was a young boy and growing, all because he was a young boy and growing. At the age of 16, he was a married man, and at the age of 17 was father to a son. And at the age of 18, the grass grew over him. Cruel death soon put an end to his growing. Cruel death soon put an end to his growing. And now my love is dead, and in his grave doth lie. The green grass grows o'er him so very, very high. I'll sit and I'll mourn his fate until the day I die, and I'll watch all o'er his child while he's growing, and I'll watch all o'er his child while he's growing. Thank you. When I was 19, I had the opportunity to be part of a small theatrical ensemble that performed what is basically, I guess, a musical review of the music of Jacques Brel. Perhaps you've heard. Jacques Brel is alive and well and living in Paris. And I do believe the music director is on the live stream, so hi, Mike. No pressure. And I just fell in love with the music of Jacques Brel. It was just gritty and yet simple melodies. And this piece is one of my favorites. It's The Desperate Ones, and I'll sing it in English. It's the only language I know it in, but I'll sing it in English. They hold each other's hands, they dance without a sound. Down forgotten streets, their shadows kiss the ground. Their footsteps sing a song that's ended before it's begun. They walk without a sound, the desperate ones. Just like the tiptoe moth, they dance before the flame. They've burned their hearts so much that death is just a name. And if love calls again so foolishly, they run without a sound, the desperate ones. I know the road they're on, I've walked their crooked mile. 100 times or more I drink their cup of bile. They watch their deaths go down behind the setting sun. They walk without a sound, the desperate ones. And underneath the bridge, the water's sweet and deep. There is the journey's end, the land of endless sleep. They cry to us for help, we think it's all in fun. They cry without a sound, the desperate ones. Let he who threw the stone at them stand up and take a bow. He knows the verb to love, but he'll never know how. On the bridge of nevermore they disappear, one by one. Disappear without a sound, the desperate ones. I rearranged the order this afternoon, and now it is painfully clear that I put all the depressing ones up front. So there's one more, and this one's operatic, so it's going to be very depressing. The next piece is Dido's Lament from the opera Dido and Aeneas by Henry Purcell. So the storyline, if it's been a little while since you've caught up on your classics, Dido falls in love with Aeneas. He arrives in her kingdom, but he is destined to found Rome. So driven by the gods and tricked by a sorceress, Aeneas ultimately abandons Dido, leading her to tragically end her own life. And I'm just making sure, is the next one? The next one's going to be sad, too, so just hold that thought. Thy hand, Belinda, darkness shades me. On thy bosom, let me rest. More I would, but death invades me. Death is now a welcome guest. So this next piece is a Kurt Weill piece. I fell in love with the music of Kurt Weill when I was working in a record store in college, which gives you an idea of when I was in college if I worked in a record store. But I just completely stumbled on his music because the owner would let us open up whatever music we wanted and play it, which was fabulous. So this is from a musical, Street Scene, and I think the date is 1946. Yeah, 1946. And it was the beginning of something brand new. It brought in the synthesis of European opera and American musical theater. So, you know, brand new for its time. And Kurt Weill, maybe you know, he and Bertolt Brecht wrote Threepenny Opera, so maybe that's like, oh, I know a name. This is Lonely House. Sorry, it's not really sad. It's just moderately lonely. It does require glasses. This is so far beyond my comfort zone because it's kind of jazzy, and I'm a little more like, so this has been a super fun adventure for me. At night, when everything is quiet, the old house seems to breathe a sigh. Sometimes I hear a neighbor snoring. Sometimes I hear a baby cry. Sometimes I hear a staircase creaking. Sometimes a distant telephone. Then the quiet And I should note the lyrics were written by Langston Hughes, the poet. So yeah, it's just so rich, isn't it? Alrighty, so time for a little French. So I'm going to sing Les Berceaux by Faure, and it's from a poem by Proudhon, and it compares the, something's happening. Okay. Someone's car, hope it's not one of yours. Oh, is it mine? Okay. Do you have a gray car? It's in the front. It's a gray car. What's it doing? Beeping. It heard that high note and it just went crazy. That's all right. I'd say we'd wait for you, but we're not going to. Yeah, look out the... Where are your keys? Can you zap it from here? Anyways, Les Berceaux. So you'll notice that the music has this real rocking feeling, and the storyline of Les Berceaux is that the women stay home and rock the cradles while the men go out to sea, and it's the rocking of their boat, and that the men are lured out to test the horizon, and the mothers continue to rock the cradles. So hopefully some of that will come through with our additional beeping. I hope it's in the right key. So safe again. I think it gets tired, and then it gets awake again. So it's time for some Italian, I think. So I wanted to offer you sort of a broad spectrum of Italian, well, there's 2 Italian art songs and then 1 operatic piece that every soprano longs to sing. And since I'm probably not going to make it to the Met in my lifetime, all y'all get to hear it. So starting out with a flirty little piece called Sei tu Mami, and it's a young woman, and there is a suitor, and she just thinks he's so cute, but not in like a good way. Like, oh, you poor thing, you're so in love with me. Sorry, I want to play the field. And that's basically that, all in Italian. And then following that, and we'll go sort of right into it. No, we won't, because Alfred will need to get the music ready, so I'll tell you about that at that time. So this is Sei tu Mami, and it's kind of sassy. Sei tu Mami, sei tu sospiri sol per me gentil pastor. O dolor de tuoi martiri, o diletto del tuo amor, ma se pensi che soletto io ti devo riamar. Pastorello, sei soggetto facilmente ad ingannar. Pastorello, sei soggetto facilmente ad ingannar. Facilmente ad ingannar. Bella rossa porporina, oggi Silvia schielierà, con la scusa della spina, doman poi la sprezzerà, doman poi la sprezzerà. Ma degli uomini il consiglio io per me non seguirò, non perché mi piace il giglio, gli altri fiori sprezzerò. Sei tu, Mami, sei tu, sospiri sol per me, gentil pastor. O dolor de tuoi martiri, o diletto del tuo amor, ma se pensi che soletto io ti devo riamar. Pastorello, sei soggetto facilmente ad ingannar. Pastorello, sei soggetto facilmente ad ingannar. Facilmente ad ingannar. So now for something completely different. This next piece is Vergine tutto amor, Virgin full of love. And it is the supplicator praying, pleading with the Virgin Mary to just listen, just hear me. Ascolta dolce Maria, hear me. So, and this is very different from the one we just did. Sometimes, singers whose name begin with M have a tendency to oversing at the beginning of their program, and then they panic toward the end. I read a book about that once. I wrote a book about that once. So this next piece is the opera piece. So I had the opportunity, Les and I went on a pilgrimage to Iona, Scotland, last April. And we went about, 5 days ahead of meeting our group. And it gave us the opportunity to sort of stomp around. We flew into Glasgow, and so we went to Edinburgh, and then we took the train onward to Dunfermline, which, if you are a Scottish history buff, you will obviously remember that that was the place of the royal palace until like the 1600s. And so with the help of a certain ancestry app, I'm not here to give commercials, but with the help of that, I had discovered that my 12th great-grandfather was a chamberlain at the Abbey at the palace at Dunfermline. How cool is that, right? So we took the train there. It was raining, act surprised. There was a lot of rain involved. And the Abbey is mostly in ruins, but it's controlled ruins. They're like handrails, and so they've made it so you can be in there. So, just walking through these stone walls and touching them, going, 12 generations ago, probably, the Chamberlain was saying, bring more wine, bring in the loaves of whatever. So then we found ourselves in this really amazing vaulted space. And so, we're talking to each other, and it's like, echo, echo, echo. And Celeste said, why don't you sing something? And of course, in the moment, I couldn't think of anything. I'd like words to anything. Frère Jacques could not have managed. But this song I'd always wanted to sing in a really vast space. So at the time, I just sang it on an ah. I have the words here, so I'll give you all the words. But this is from the opera Gianni Schicchi, and it is O mio babbino. Pray for the upper notes, will you? Okay. Like, singing that song is on the list of most fun things I get to do. So thanks for being here to listen to them. So, huh? Okay. Let's get a party, have a picnic, and we'll just, woo! I'll teach it all. Y'all can sing with me in your own octaves. Oh, Bobo. So we're getting to the end of the program. So there are 3 pieces left. 2 of them are by Schumann. They're part of the Dichterliebe collection. It's like, I don't know, 32 songs or something in it. Beautiful little art songs. So the first one is Im wunderschönen Monat Mai, in the wonderful month of May. So ergo, we had to get this date. And it's all about the Knospen, that's the buds on the trees, and they're sprangen, and the Vögel are zangen. And it's just lovely, and the piano is just like setting the whole scene. And then we're going to flow into one of the other pieces in the Dichterliebe, which is Ich grolle nicht, which translates roughly to I'll not complain, which lets you know that it's really just a complaint. But pay attention to just the breadth of what Schumann was able to create with these really short little pieces, and they're just yummy. Ich rolle nicht, und wenn das Herz auch bricht, ewig verlorenes Lieb, ewig verlorenes Lieb, ich rolle nicht, ich rolle nicht, wie du auch strahlst in Diamantenpracht. Es fehlt kein Strahl in deines Herzens Nacht, das weiß ich längst. Ich rolle nicht, und wann das Herz auch bricht, ich sah dich ja im Traume und sah die Nacht in deines Herzens Raume und sah die Schlange, der am Herzen frisst. Ich sah mein Lieb, wie sehr du elend bist. Ich rolle nicht, ich rolle nicht. So, una más. So tomorrow I'm preaching in Jamestown. We'll see. I'm here to preach. So this last piece, I probably should have a small beverage. Another Kurt Weill piece, this time partnering with Ira Gershwin. And this comes from the musical Lady in the Dark, and it is called The Saga of Jenny. And it's just fun. It's just a romp. So before we romp through the many adventures of Jenny, I just thank you so much. Thank you to you, my friend. I mean, I can't even read all those notes, much less like make my fingers do anything like that, so I am in complete awe. Yeah. I don't know, you just look like Applegate from Damn Yankees for a minute there. So thank you for being here. I hope you will stay for a little bit of a reception and just have a chance to chat with one another. Hopefully you'll be just so energized that you won't be going to sleep till about midnight tonight. So there you go. So that's Saga of Jenny. There once was a girl named Jenny, whose virtues were varied and many, excepting that she was inclined always to make up her mind. And Jenny points the moral with which you cannot quarrel, as you will find. Jenny made her mind up when she was 3. She herself was going to trim the Christmas tree. Christmas Eve she lit the candles, tossed the tapers away, and poor Jenny was an orphan on Christmas Day. Poor Jenny, bright as a penny, her equal would be hard to find. She lost one dad and mother, a sister and a brother, but she would make up her mind. Jenny made her mind up when she was 12 that into foreign languages she would delve. But at about 17 to Vassar it was quite a blow that in 27 languages she couldn't say no. Poor Jenny, bright as a penny, her equal would be hard to find. To Jenny I'm beholden, her heart was big and golden, but she would make up her mind. Jenny made her mind up at 22. To get herself a husband was the thing to do. She got herself all dolled up in her satins and furs, and she got herself a husband, but he wasn't hers. Poor Jenny, bright as a penny, her equal would be hard to find. Deserved a bed of roses, but history discloses that she would make up her mind. Jenny made her mind up at 51. She would write her memoirs before she was done. The very day her book was published, history relates there were wives who shot their husbands in some 33 states. Jenny made her mind up at 75. She would live to be the oldest woman alive. But gin and rum and destiny played funny tricks, and poor Jenny kicked the bucket at 76. Jenny points the moral with which you cannot quarrel, makes a lot of common sense. Jenny and her saga prove that you are gaga if you don't keep sitting on the fence. Jenny and her story point the way to glory to all men and womankind. Anyone with vision comes to this decision: don't make up, you shouldn't make up, you mustn't make up, never make up, don't make up your mind. That was the encore, so there you go. Thank you all. Thank you. This has been super fun. Oh. it set it off, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I bet that was popular.
Yeah, amazing composer. Yeah, yeah. It's just been wonderful to do this, to bring it forth like this. It's been great. Yeah, the tonalities and stuff.